Our First Looks coverage is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. Get your next laptop, tablet, Xbox, and more by going to firstlooks.tv/Microsoft. Well, our next guest is here. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you two?
Fantastic. Go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
My name's Anaya, and I'm the first-year FTC member for the pink team.
Awesome. So you're your first-year member.
Yeah.
All right. Season has just gotten started for you guys. We're, 2 weeks in, right?
Yeah.
How is that experience 2 weeks into the season?
Year.
How is that?
It's actually a lot of fun. The teams are very friendly with each other. Though I do have a little experience of being just around this type of stuff because my brother was on the team before I was.
Oh, okay. And the pink team's been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
So they're established, which is a good starting point.
Well, I was going to ask where you found out about the pink team and about First, but I'm guessing that's your brother.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience learning about First?
I did know a lot of it at first, just coming into it from my brother there, because I was around that from a very young age. So
you're always a part of the team even before you joined the team?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Were you a part of like the meets and stuff as well?
Yeah, because my brother would have to take me to them.
Okay.
So you were always exposed to the stuff going around.
Yes.
What made you decide to join the team yourself?
I feel like just being around this type of stuff got me really attached to things like this.
Sure.
And also my brother and dad like to build things just around the house too.
What is your particular interest within like engineering or even any part of the team?
I think I like programming a lot.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to go into that with the actual robot itself.
Okay. All right.
That's cool. What have you had the opportunity to do so far?
We've basically just been sketching out different ideas for robots and things like that.
So what does the design process look like for you guys? Because I know pink team's got a pretty good design process before you start building. So what does that look like?
Considering there's a lot of us, we're pretty much split off into 3 different groups, and we all just kind of have like pencils and paper and things like that, and we just talk about different designs and draw them out.
How many members are on your team?
I think about 45.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow.
For an FTC team?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of us.
That is insane.
That's huge.
Is the pink team a community-based team or a high school-based team?
Kind of both, because it's about 3 or 4 high schools.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
I did
right.
not know that.
It's a cooperative team. There's a couple of schools that work together for it. Okay.
That's interesting. Which schools are involved?
Space Coast Junior Senior. I know Cocoa High is in there. Yep. I think Satellite. And I don't remember the 4th one.
I remember that from the engineering notebooks in the past. Now that I used to do judging for First Tech Challenge. So, interesting. Okay. What is your favorite aspect of the game this year? Because the game is very interesting.
And maybe if you can explain a little bit of the game, since you're our first FTC interview of today.
Yeah, since the field has started.
The game is pretty simple. We have to basically pick up either a ball or a cube kind of thing, and we have to drop it into a specific area. Yeah, the balls and cubes don't have different point values or anything, but we can only handle 2 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a pretty big limit.
But differentiating between the balls and the cubes has been the biggest hurdle so far.
Okay.
And we just haven't got around that quite yet. Because the balls and cubes have to be in different locations?
Yes.
Okay.
That's to score them correctly.
Okay.
So that has been the largest thing we have to get past. And we're not quite there yet, but I feel like this experience is going to kind of launch us forward just into the fray.
Yeah, definitely. So talking with other teams today at this event, because there are a lot of teams that show up at ROBOTICON.
Yeah.
Have you learned anything else that you guys might want to look into to implement in your robot?
Yeah, like different drivetrains and bases and things like that. And there's also different collection systems, because that has been the holy grail so far.
What kind of collection system are you using right now?
What we're looking at is conveyor belt to pull the balls in, and then there'd be spikes at the bottom that wouldn't touch the ball but would pull the cubes in.
Okay.
So you don't have one implemented right now, but you're
No.
looking to implement.
Yeah, we're looking at them.
Still in the drawing phase.
Yes.
Okay. So I know on the two corners there's like a rocky ledge.
Yeah.
I know very little about the game this year. So where does that little ledge come in? How does that factor into scoring?
Well, we can go in there, but that's where the balls and cubes are housed, basically, at the beginning.
Okay.
So we can go in there, but we're looking not to.
Okay.
Basically just for the sake of not flipping the robot over in the middle of the game.
Since it's like unpredictable, it's very strange. Yeah, I wouldn't try and go over that either.
Because the edge itself is curved, and what they make the ledge out of isn't even either. There's a very high chance of flipping the robot with that.
Yeah, we were looking at that last night or this morning, and yeah, it's very interesting. So the center, the rover in the middle, right, has the ability to hang for all 4 robots to hang? Did I see that? There's hooks for all 4? Wow.
Have you seen 4 robots actually hanging yet?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Okay.
As we have seen that. We've seen that in the practices, actually, just trying to get the balls and cubes in there and then having enough time to hang afterwards, because it does take a while.
Are you guys still implementing your hanging system?
Yeah, because we're working on a 2-pulley system.
Okay.
So the top part that we're using to score is going to be the part to hang.
When is your first competition?
I don't know. We haven't really talked about that yet.
Okay, so that's still in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
What league does your team fall into? I don't remember. Is it Space Coast League?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. What was I going to ask? I have absolutely no idea. I had
What if
a
I could
question.
tell you what you were thinking?
I would not be surprised even a little bit at this point. Oh, my goodness. This year, that's it. This year there's a weight limit on the robots. Did I hear that? 42 pounds?
Yeah.
Has that ever been a thing?
They had to implement a scale.
Why? Because they're too heavy?
Because hanging 4 robots on that thing in the middle.
And they don't want to...
They don't want it to just collapse in the middle of a match. So, are you guys worried about the weight?
We might be in the future because the 2 pulleys will be quite hefty, especially the one on the top for scoring, because that's the one to hang.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But so far we're looking at about 30 pounds, because that's pretty easy for all of us to lift.
Okay, fair enough. Because I know in the past we've seen some surprisingly heavy robots.
There's some been made out of wood.
The Middleton teams have done some pretty heavy robots. I think Hydra 2 one year had a really heavy robot. So, that
this has never really been an issue.
Yeah, we've never considered a weight limit before, so it's been an interesting addition to the limitations. So, are you looking forward to getting out there and seeing the thing that you've been involved in on the field?
Yeah, very much so.
Do you know about how long before you're going to have a thing started?
Possibly next week, because I do know a good portion of the team have 3D printers already.
Okay.
How often does your team meet?
About twice a week.
Twice a week. Okay, so it's very involved. All right. Does all 40-something members attend every meeting?
So far they have, but that's probably going to stop once we start spreading out into different groups and things.
Yeah,
like
into
that.
different areas, and then you guys can meet up on your own. That definitely makes sense.
And is it now? The pink team has a first tech challenge team, or is there also a FRC team?
There's an FRC team.
Okay. And so is there an intermingling of team members that work on both? Okay.
Yes, a lot.
That's awesome. So you'll get the opportunity to see both games in action this year. That's cool. I can't wait to see what they do with space and the big machines. Because the themes have been great this year.
Oh, yeah. I feel like the games get better and better as time goes on.
So I can't wait to see what they do. Now that Disney's involved in the game design team.
They are?
Yeah.
Last 2 seasons. This will be season 3. It's why the first robotics competition games have been so heavily themed the last couple of years, is because Disney's been involved. That's very cool. So if people want to find out more about your team, how can they do that?
I believe there is a website, but you have to go through it through the Facebook page,
Okay.
which is thepinkteam.net, I believe.
Okay.
Even it's all lowercase and no spaces or anything.
Very cool.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for coming and talking to us today.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it very much.
Have a great rest of Roboticon. Have a great season.
Thank you. You too.
Absolutely.